Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our Mixed Media Monday this week. This is a pre-recorded class, so if you're watching it at the time that it's been released, hello. Or if you're watching this later on, hello to you too. I hope you enjoy the class. So, I had a bit of a thought this week, and I thought, why not use the ladybugs? We haven't used these yet, which I'm not sure why, because they are super cute. So I've got some encyclopedia paper for funsies. I think this sheet is about international trade from like the 1980s. And the Cutie Bugs Editions Ladybugs, I have cut out 4 of them, but you get plenty to a sheet, which is pretty cool. So you've got lots of cute little ladybugs that you can use, as you can see. And then I also have these 2 white linen flower cuts because I thought they'd be cool to either stick on or paint and trace. So, or trace and paint. But first, let's get some of this on there. So let's come in and rip up our encyclopedia paper. That's right, getting it down to lots of small little bits and pieces. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to stick these down with a bit of a combo of gel medium and yellow paint, so then we can give them a bit of a yellow tinge as we stick them down. So I've just got my gel medium and yellow paint, which I'm going to mix on my art journal page. I'm going to do this side first and then come over and do the other side next. So let's just come in. Oh, that yellow is very bright. It's the lemon yellow. So let's rub in first that one. The gel medium is going to make our yellow paint slightly thicker, which is what we want because it's going to dry less quick. And then come and do it. Now I've chosen yellow because it is more transparent than the other pigments because it has a lighter pigment. So when I rub it on top, I'm not going to lose my encyclopedia print. Whereas if I use like a purple or a blue, yeah, I could definitely have lost it. Or teal. And I do want to see my encyclopedia paper. So just coming in, sticking down that one. And a sheet of encyclopedia paper can go really far. Just had a bit of overlap. Here we go. It is nearly dry because, likes to dry fast in Gladstone. Okay, and then what we're going to come and do is going to grab the excess yellow and gel medium and come in and give our encyclopedia paper just a bit of a stain. Rub the excess over to the other. Now let's come in and do the same thing over here again. So once again, decent size droplet of our yellow paint. Decent size droplet of our gel medium matte. Come in and mix. You could do this on a palette if you want to with a paintbrush. Whatever makes you more comfortable with painting. I'm not too scared of the mess, but I understand if you prefer to paint or craft cleanly. I'll do both clean. just going to come in. And I am working quite fast to place these because I'm not too worried about what way the text goes, but I do want to make sure I get it stuck before the yellow paint and the glue mixture dries. Oh, we got a few extra pieces. There's that one. And there's that one there. Okay, just got a bit of yellow paint on my hands. So let's come in and mix that excess over the top. It also helps us make sure we've got no air bubbles. Make sure it's all stuck nice and flat, and that one there moved off the page, which is not fun at all. There we go. And there's that one there. Nice, simple background layer. Look at that. I do like. So now, let's come in and flick on our Noah. No. Oh, he rubbed his hand underneath. He waved. Just coming in and drying this one. There's that. And now, although I would love it if no one returned my palette. Nope. You need a palette. Yeah. No one's borrowed my palette this week.
Well, my palette's disappeared as well because I think you borrowed it first.
Look, I'm using a stamp block at the moment. It's just got a bit of its own terrain. And I'm going to use the sidekick now. Put it over that side. Rightio. I'm going to find my palette after this class. You wait. Okay, so let's get out our blues now. Make some a little bit of contrast. So I've got this deep cyan colour. And I've got teal. Which I'm more excited about the teal, to be honest. Then I've also got the metallic acrylic magenta, which I do like this colour. And I don't know why I'm putting them so close together on the sidekick. I've got room. And I've got brilliant red. And I think we just need a bit of white on the palette, and then we'll be good to go. Ooh. I think this is the white Noah used for blending. Yep, it is. It's white with a slight tinge of pink on it.
In it.
Yep. All good. I'm putting that one to one side. I will write on the tube in a minute. Yeah, we'll clean that one when I've actually got clean hands. So let's come in and do just a few little patterns with our neon yellow paint pen. Go. And then you can't really see those patterns, but that's okay. And then we're going to get our, what's it called? Our medium, well, it's called apricot. Yellow paint pen. It's going to do a few of these lines. What this does, it just like kind of takes off that expectation of how it's going to look. Makes it easier because we've got a few lines down. Just a little bit of mark making, and it doesn't have to be perfect this step. It literally, we might not even see it at the end of the paint pen, which is all we've got to remember. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab out our teal here. I wonder if, like, I move this along a bit. There we go. Grab our teal. And then we come in. And we just rub some of that down. I'm going to grab a bit of water on our fingertip. I think I need to lift you guys just a smidge up. There we go. Grab a bit of water on my fingertip. Blend it out. There we go. Get a bit of more teal. Teal over here. So we're just going to do this in lots of threes. We're using the water to really get a nice transparent rub. And then if we get a bit of the white and a little bit of the deep cyan, mix it with the white, and then we come in. We go into the areas of teal first with this lighter color. Coming around. It's kind of making like a full circle type thing. And then just a bit of deep cyan by itself, but I'm going to get a nice thin layer on my finger before applying that. Just doing all of my edges because I was thinking for my ladybugs, I could come in, for example, and say I did like a flower. Yeah, definitely not the right flowers, but okay. So say if I did like a ladybug here, coming in and one down here, Another one over here maybe. And then what we could do is for our flowers, bring it kind of a little bit closer. There we go. Putting them there like so on top of the palette. The other thing you can use is like a tub. Like this is the modeling paste tub. Actually, we might use that one. It's got a bit more height to it, a bit more drip. So we put that one down. Okay, we will use it to do dripping, but we'll do it flat and then I'll lift it up and show you the drip. Okay, so for the flowers, what we might come and do is we'll do them in the blue, but first I want to do a little bit of stenciling. Meals can grab the stencil top. It's over at Mum's desk. And what I was thinking is we come and do a little bit of stenciling in the red maybe, but with the gesso, with one of the gesso brushes to give it a bit of whiteness on the ground. Black bucket. The basket. Thank you. Just have to get my little sister to grab this one. So I was even thinking the flowers, which is kind of my go-to some days. Or this stripy one. The other one we have is this one here. Okay. So I'm thinking we might start with the stripy one first, or with the, maybe with the red. Okay. So we're just going to grab, oh my gosh, I dipped my cover in it. Just going to grab a bit of red from our Psychic / palette on our gesso brush, making sure we've got a nice thin layer of that. And then putting it down. It's going to come in. Do that one. And then add a lot of white to our gesso brush. So not cleaning the gesso brush, but adding a fair bit of white, mixing it down a bit further. Get kind of this lighter pink colour / light red. And just doing a few of these swipes next to or near our flowers. Okay, and then just a bit of these ones now, but we need a nice thin layer. And it's of the metallic magenta colour. There's that one. What's that one? Okay. So we're looking a little bit hickledy-pickledy right now. But that is okay. Because next, I'm going to come in and do our flowers. I think I'm going to do them in the deep cyan. So first what we're going to do is we're going to find the paintbrush that I want. Tick. And we're going to clean out the gesso paintbrush by just giving it a bit of a mighty up and down. There we go. Put that to one side so then we properly clean it after class. We got this lovely paintbrush here. It's a size 12 round. I use rounded paintbrushes, so I just find them a lot more comfortable. What we're going to do first is I'm going to come in with some white, just some plain white. And I'm going to draw mini ovals, and I'm not too scared if the colours behind the oval where I paint it ends up in it. So we've got 3 of those. I don't think we'll need any more. And now we just want to come in and dry our ovals and all of our stenciling. And we'll wash out the paintbrush at the same time. What we're going to do is grab out same round paintbrush and come and do two flicks. Oh, and that was probably a little bit too big, but that's okay. We can fix that up in a minute. No flowers perfect, as they say. And then come and do this one. Okay. Now we've painted these flat, and what we're going to do is we're going to lift up our art journal page. And we're going to grab our water. And a round paintbrush. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply water to the tip, like the bottom point of the petal. Let it drip, but hold the paintbrush in the direction of the petal. So then the flower drips just a little bit. Oh, hold on. Setting it a bit flat off these. Ah, okay. That's fine. We'll live. Oh, that's the water tub. There we go. go. To fix this one up a little bit, what we do is we just paint that bit there, bit purple. And now if we sit this down flat, we're going to grab a slightly smaller paintbrush than this one. So what size is this? Like size 9 or size 10? Yeah, it's like not oodles smaller, but just smaller. As you can see, so the small one. Get it a little bit wet, and we come in with our teal. Because it's round. Just a rounded point. Go. And then brush that out, and then just come and flick out the teal. Just feels like that one that needed a bit more work. Okay. There we go. And now we come in and we grab some clean white, which might be a little bit difficult because I've mixed a fair bit of my white, but that's okay. No, that needs a bit more drying. 1 second. Let's remove that a little bit. All right, let's just come in and give this a bit of a dry here. One second. Okay. That should be better now. So once again, coming in with the white. What we want to do is just paint as close as you are being comfortable to the edge of our flower. White, and then bringing it up and adding water to it. Lots and lots of water, so then it's nice and drippy like. Not too opaque. There we go, and then grabbing a bit more white. Gonna come in to this bit. Define between that flower and this one. Like so. And grabbing our water again. Grabbing our water. Just slowly bring it up, and just added a bit more white to that area. Just lift it, and then let's grab some white over here. So I'm doing this so then the top of my flowers seem a bit lighter, A, and B, it gives a bit more definition, I think. So add a bit of white to that. Okay, and now what we need to do is come in and flick some of that yellow down. Make it really like stand out, I reckon. And then I think we'll be ready to add our ladybugs, because look. Yeah, see them pretty good, I reckon. Like we can put that one underneath there maybe, or this one on top of here. Yes, okay, they'll look good. But we definitely need a bit of yellow flicking. For that, I'm going to use the dimensional lemon yellow. Just so when I flick it, it stays the color yellow and it doesn't become transparent and just sits within the paint layers. I want it to sit on top, so I'm using the dimensional acrylic. That step, so lots of water on our fan brush. Grabbing the lemon yellow here. Just a fair amount of paint. Getting on there. Remember, lots more water. Then coming in and flicking it out from our flowers. Yes, okay. Now let's stick down our ladybugs. So I do have full cut, but we'll see if I'm going to stick down full. This one and this one will look really cute on the flowers, I think. Okay. And then let's go from there. I actually think we need a bit more of this white in here. This white. That white. Bit of that white. And then going there. Okay. Yes, right, let's stick down our ladybugs. I'm just playing with this now. I need to stick them down. They'll look so good on that now. Okay, let's grab a gel medium matte. Put a bit down. And we're going to stick the two we know where we're going to stick it down, and then we'll have a look at the other ones. So making sure we get a nice thick coat. I think after it dries, I'll put on a coat of gel medium over top of my ladybugs, but I don't want to do that while the paint around it is wet, because all I'm going to do then is get paint color on top of my ladybugs, and to be fair, I want them to stand out. Okay, so there's one. And then my other one, let's give me a minute. is going to come over here. The only thing I will say is cutting these out and keeping the antennas was probably the hardest thing I've done cutting wise in just a wee while. Like, oh my gosh. I highly suggest cutting off the antennas when you fussy cut these guys. Just draw them back on. But I decided to keep them. And I'm stubborn. So there's those two. And now a third one. We could put here or here. We could put the big one. Going like, hello. I feel like the big one's too big. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one down here. There's that one. And now where is those pieces of leftover encyclopedia paper that we ripped up? Where's that gel medium? Get a little bit behind. And let's stick them down in a few spots. We can still see our encyclopedia paper from the first layer. But I definitely just want a few bits and pieces on top. This one up here, I think. And then this one over here. Okay, and now if we just come in and dry it, and then I think we're nearly done. Yeah, that's done. I'm gonna wait probably a day or two to come and rub on my next layer of gel media matte over top of my ladybugs and the encyclopedia I just put down. Okay. And then let's come in where it's dry. Oh, shoot. Don't get paint on the tip. Bad, 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 bad. Yes, it's dry up there. Just checking where I put it down. Yes. Not on top of the ladybug. And then there. And now if we do some of our medium yellow. here, and then a little bit of the medium yellow. Yeah, and yeah. And there we go. That there is our ladybug meadow, I suppose. Hold up. Let's get the white and do. Okay. Right, I think I'm just playing with this now. We need to, I believe it is done. There we go. Let me lift it up for you. So there we have it. A ladybug meadow, and I'll just do a few little bits and pieces of a close-up so you can see it. But there it is. I hope you had fun during this class, and I can't wait to see what you make inspired by it. And we'll see you for the next one. This week is a busy week. We are doing Fairy Tale Princess in the Creative Hub for our card making and scrapbooking classes. And then on Friday night, am I allowed to say what we're doing?
Nature's Way.
And on Friday night we're doing Nature's Way, but that one there is out on our open Facebook page and on the YouTube channels. So thank you for coming, and we'll see you then. Have a wonderful time, and if you're watching this later, I hope you had fun. Bye. Thank you.